We all know that the Albanian Mafia has controlled Europe's cocaine supply for many years, but have you ever wondered how they actually did it? Well, in this video we'll look into that, so clearly you do not want to miss out on this. Welcome back to the channel. Our videos are guaranteed to keep you coming back for amazing content, so let's start with today's video. For more than 15 years, they've been learning from their masters, evolving from smugglers into sought-after drug suppliers and avoiding violence to rely on creating a solid network of alliances. This is the main operating method of the Albanian criminal organizations, which, according to NCA, the British National Security Agency, also manage a large part of the cocaine market in the country, for a total of around £6 billion. And according to the NCA, Albanian criminal groups have also favored the creation of the so-called county lines and the capillary networks used to move drugs throughout the UK, moving drugs from larger cities into the coastal and inland provinces. Moreover, these commercial routes are not only used by Albanian criminal groups, however also by local and foreign ones. In October 2021 alone, the police carried out a series of raids that led to the arrest of almost 1,468 people across the territory, seizing drugs and cash for more than £2 million and confiscating an arsenal of 49 guns. According to government data, organised crime costs around £37 billion annually to the UK's national economy. But this number depicts only a partial picture of the method, since it does not consider the money which has been laundered and hence placed in the legal economy throughout the sale of a series of goods. But the question is, how did the Albanian Mafia carve out a prominent place in the UK criminal landscape? Well, the history of their settlement can be traced back to the 1990s and is usually associated with the Kosovo War, a dispute in which over 1 million people were displaced between 1998 as well as 1999. More than hundreds of thousands of Kosovars left the country and sought refuge in neighboring European countries, and a large majority settled in Tirana, Albania. But at the same time, according to British investigators, during those years, many refugees who reached the British border sought asylum from Albanian citizens who recognized themselves as Kosovars to receive special welcoming treatment. But today, there's no univocal number of Albanian citizens residing in the UK. In 2019, the National Statistics Office released an estimate and stated that about 47,000 Albanians reside in the country and 29,000 Kosovars. But on the other hand, according to the British government databases, in the year of COVID-19 alone, around 3,071 citizens of Albanian origin requested political asylum in the country. Also, the former head of the anti-drug section of NCA said, "What they've done is that they have now created an Albanian-speaking satellite community in the United Kingdom, which is parallel to the one established in other neighbouring states, such as in the Scandinavian countries after the Kosovo crisis." Now, from such satellite communities, the Albanian criminal groups have then started recruiting new fellow citizens with the newly arrived in the United Kingdom who were experiencing social marginalisation and were struggling with economic resources being exploited in the construction, agricultural or industrial sectors. Cocaine and human trafficking are the illicit businesses that help the Tirana bosses build their empires. The head of NCA also said, "The Albanian criminal groups have enriched themselves patiently. A normal British drug dealer wants to make money as fast as possible and at any cost." He then continued, "Instead, Albanian criminal groups have now learned that the profit margins are high enough to enable them to divide the prices of the substance at the sale without decreasing the quality." The United Kingdom drug market is one of the most thriving in Europe, but before the pandemic it generated around €30 billion in profit, an enormous amount that every criminal group wants to get their hands on. But about 10 years ago, a kilo of cocaine was sold for about €40,000, while in years right before the pandemic, the price had also dropped below €30,000. Albanian organizations have forced their competitors to adapt to the new fares not to lose ground in the market. Also, their profit then increased as they began to look at Latin America, where with the historic domination of the Ndrangheta brokers, they still found many contacts and opportunities. Moreover, the Albanian citizens at the top of the criminal landscape have settled in Colombia, Peru, Ecuador and Panama. Those who can purchase cocaine at $4,000 a kilo in South America then sell it for around €30,000 once it reaches European ports, helped by a network of corrupt port officials as well as operators in the most important maritime commercial hubs all around Europe. But the operations are not always unchecked. Just recently, the Belgian police managed to intercept and seize a shipment of around 27 tons of cocaine from South America, which had sold at an average of 30,000 euros a kilo, which would have brought in a turnover of more than 800 million euros. This is probably the most important operation carried out in the country's history to counter drug trafficking. Since then, investigators have been trying to arrest those responsible for the drug shipments, along with some Albanian families, as stated by the local media, are being investigated for the matter. Moreover, the business in Great Britain is usually managed by the lieutenants of the bosses present in continental Europe. But in recent years, a new generation of Albanian gangs have been trying to impose their domination in the English capital. They call themselves Albanians, and their economic power is shown in their social media profiles, where they exhibit, hidden by balaclavas, sports cars, expensive bottles of sparkling wine, and wads of banknotes. Their headquarters are in Barking, East London. In 2016, 3 of them were sentenced to 42 years in prison. One of the gang bosses, Tristan Aslani, received a 25-year sentence for several crimes including drug trafficking and possession of a firearm. According to Fatjona Mergini, coordinator of the Albanian section of the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime, Albanians are present in the cocaine market in the UK, however it is an exaggeration to say that they are dominating it. At the same time, there are also Italian, Dutch and Nigerian organizations and many others. No doubt there is also some truth in the growth of Albanian gangs, but some tabloids have created a climate of stigmatization towards the entire community. The Albanian prison population in the UK does not exceed 10%. And this number is also confirmed by the data of the Ministry of Justice. There are around 1,500 inmates of Albanian nationality in the English as well as Welsh prisons, which are the most present foreign population. And just for this reason, the government signed an agreement with the Albanian government at the end of 2021 to transfer some prisoners to the land of Eagles and finalize their sentence there. Also, it's easy to come across semi-empty car washes on the streets of London and in the British hinterland. And according to the latest data that Saggers had with him before leaving the anti-drug leadership to the NCA, Albanian criminal organizations are the owners of hundreds of them. We usually found 6 or 7 people working in semi-abandoned gas stations. It's a cover to launder money, however it is also used to recruit new people, stated the former investigator. He said, if you pay someone below the minimum wage every day to work in a car wash and then suddenly offer them 500 euros to be a courier for a load of cocaine, you may tempt them. Faithfulness, great economic resources, violence and cruelty when needed, however also the direct contacts with South American producers show that Albanian criminal organizations have the right skills to impose themselves in the geopolitics of organized crime. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching, see you again soon in another video.